Hello and welcome to the final of England's Got Talent. Welcome to the most drawn out squad selection of human history. All for this to most likely get knocked out by Portugal in round of 16. Let's find out, shall we? Yo, it's me, Big Nose. Do you want the best player on the game? Well, you can't get Di Marni because he's probably not in FIFA. So get Phil Bardsley. Get all the Phil Bardsley. So if you're looking for the best way to get coins, don't spend fewer points, go over to useandbuy.com for the cheapest place on the market for your coins. Use code Vizeh at checkout, and most importantly, enjoy the video. It feels like it's been forever. It feels like it's been so long to talk about England and the team and what team we all want, and I have faith. There's absolutely no reason, unless if we face, in my opinion, France or Portugal, that we shouldn't be going through to as far as we can. If we get knocked out by Portugal or by France, I would understand being knocked out. Anyone else, I think, is fair game. That's honestly how I see it, and I know it's typical English being English, but hey, I live in Poland, so maybe it's not the exact same, is it? Anyway, let's get stuck in. So, England literally just announced the team lineup about a minute ago. Issue is, though, it's got Wretch32. I'm not saying that he's a bad artist, but it'd be definitely copyrighted. So, let's have a look, shall we? Purpose, unless it's coming home.
It's more than a stadium or a postcode, I mean row by row.
They're making it sound like a goddamn... Oh my god, man. This literally is X Factor. Like, literally, they've turned the England selection. It's turned into the X Factor. Why is it so dramatic? Most countries, they just go... There you go. Blah. Have it. Like, what... Come on. Most countries, they just drop it. Alright, there you go. There it is. Not like in a special time. They just drop it like fucking 10 in the morning. Alright, have it. Alright, that's a team. Bye. But we've got goddamn reactions. I mean, have a look at this. They dropped this before. Busy day ahead. I'll look at the key timings. I'll look at the key timings. 5 is a confirmation. 5:05 is a squad numbers announced. 5:10 is squad announcement. The reaction, which sounds so dumb. And then the media conference, that's normal because the game's tomorrow. But just, I love that squad announcement. The reaction. Live show of Gareth Southgate and a player. And a player, just a singular player. Anyway.
Fills thousands of faces with what I call hope. Even though the time's uncertain, we'd all agree. Feeling like we can't be moved and it's moving me. The pandemic tried tearing apart all the unity. I'm self-isolating but still feel the community. Showing pride and belonging. The pitch is the land of promise. Pledge we keep winning on and off it. Tell you who's got the cool. Guess I'm the oracle. When Foden is on the ball, it feels like we're unstoppable. The talent that's coming through, it's like everyone.
Again, this is a squad selection. It feels like I'm watching the end of some sort of like Avengers film. Like, this feels like the end of Avengers, bro. Avengers Endgame. Phil Foden's on a plane.
You're on 96 was the start, it opened the door. If the stadium's empty, don't miss the warmth. 3 lines on the shirt, we can roll without.
Who's the team? There's 42 seconds left. You've announced one person, I think. Maybe, I guess, 3 because I saw Rashford on there. But, like, just announce a team. Derek. That's his name now. Derek. You're in the squad, pal. He's in the squad. Let's go.
Runner-up, a squad of 26 is what stands between the cup and us. Now we know the nation has the courage to encourage us.
Where's the team? There you go. Really, you should have just done that the entire time. But okay. Have I got an actual, like, detailed? Here we go. At last, I've gone through all of that. This is the team. Dean Henderson, Sam Johnstone, Jordan Pickford. Okay. It's really annoying to not see Nick Pope there. It is, because I feel like he really deserves to be England number 1. This was his chance, man, and shoulder injury. People were asking why is he not in the squad. That's because he had an injury. Trent is there. Okay, that is like enemy number 1. Okay, that was the main thing that everyone was concerned about what was going to happen, and that is Trent going or not? And Trent's there. Okay, Ben Chilwell is there. Connor Cody's the going. Okay, Connor Cody. Right. Reece James. Cool. Great. Maguire. Great. Tyrone Mings. Right, okay, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker. I have no issue with Trips going, no issue with Trent, of course, obviously. My only issues is Cody and Maguire. I'd rather have Godfrey, honestly, like, ahead. I mean, Cody, I swear, Wolves fans don't even rate him that much. Like, this year, he's not been that good. So I don't know why he's really there. He's not going to start, but I don't know, man. I feel like someone like I wouldn't even mind a Ben White in there. And again, I feel like Tomori, or, I mean, biased, but James Tarkowski, or Lewis Dunk. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that should be probably ahead of Connor Cody. I'm not going to lie. No offense, Connor Paff, you're watching, but that's just how I feel. Kieran Trippier, people would actually not be even thinking, why is he in there? Trippier literally is a La Liga winner, is one of the best right backs in La Liga, and has got a very good record, especially defensively and set pieces, and not just for the free kick and World Cup, but like all round, he's a very good set piece taker, and I mean, we love our set pieces, so I don't think he should start. I still think Trent should be ahead of him, but Kieran Trippier should at least be there as an option, in my opinion. They are Wan-Bissaka ahead of Kieran Trippier. I personally don't think so. I feel like this entire Wan-Bissaka's best defensive right back is a myth because he's had a few good performances. But this is one thing I will say to any man you find that's going mad right now at me. How many times does he lose a man at the back post? Tell me. How many times? How many crosses gets put in the box and he just loses his man? I've seen it happen countless times. Countless times this year that he's just lost his man back post. Okay, it's a common thing. Midfield of Bellingham, Henderson, Mount, Phillips, and Declan Rice. So no Ward-Prowse in there, and also no Lingard. No Lingard. That's surprising, to be fair. I mean, Bellingham, fair play to him. I mean, he's in there, and I feel like it's deserved. But again, so young, that is a really big statement to see, how good he truly is, that he's in this squad. Lingard, I guess you could say, I'm just looking ahead, I can't see him in the forwards. So, no Lingard. A bit, I'll say, it's somewhat fair. He has been one of the best players for a while, to be fair, but I guess he's just not one of the main guys ahead. Strikers, he's took Calvert-Lewin. I told you, man. I knew that he was going to take Calvert-Lewin ahead of Ollie Watkins. And the reason why is because he loves set pieces, Southgate, and Calvert-Lewin is much more of a target man. Like, he is quite one-dimensional, Calvert-Lewin. He's a bit one-dimensional, that he's a target man, isn't he? And when it comes to balls in the box, he's probably a decent player to bring on to try and stir things up. Let's say we need a final goal. Bring him on, put a few balls in the box. I think he'd be okay in that position. So I don't mind Calvert-Lewin ahead of Watkins, really. Phil Foden should be one of the main players on the sheet for me. He should be starting. Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, obviously. Rashford, Saka. That is a surprise. I'm surprised he took Saka ahead of a Lingard, to be fair. I did not expect Saka to be in. Any other forwards that got took out? I don't think so. I think it literally is just Ollie Watkins, Jadon Sancho, and Raheem Sterling. Sterling for me shouldn't be starting. I think that's just my own thoughts on it. I've never seen him really perform in an England shirt, and recently, I don't know, man, I don't really rate him that much ahead of a Foden or a Grealish or a Sancho. That is the initial reaction to the final team. Again, most countries probably don't even deep this that much, but I guess we have got a good variety of players that we can pick, so I guess it is a mixture of who you can take. Now, for me, if you're gonna ask me who I should start for, if I was the waistcoat man, who would I put as my starting 11 for the first game against Croatia? This is what I would do. Their main thing is the midfield, okay? Their midfield is their strongest asset. So I feel like for this game, we will have to clog up the midfield. I feel like a lot more than what we usually would. Now, there's two different ways that I would see Southgate taking this. Now, this is which I don't think he would do. I think, so you could go with a 4-3-3, which is, I would have Rice, Henderson, and Mount in midfield. One of those type of players that I feel like we would need. I put Rice ahead of Phillips, and Mount to be in the mid, but he'll be, he's a box-to-box for me, that he could be up and down the pitch. I would rather play Reece James ahead of any other right back in that position against Croatia. Right? Against Scotland, you could play Trent, okay, or Trippier, whatever else. Like, you could play a bit more of an attacking-minded player. For me, Reece James is the most balanced in that kind of position. And then I guess the forward three, Kane's obviously guaranteed. But for me, I would rather have Foden and Grealish. I feel like pace isn't really what we need. We need technical skill, technical ability. Now, maybe Sancho ahead of Foden, potentially and play Sancho and Grealish. I think Grealish should start. What I think he will do is this, and that is go for the 5-back, almost in a sense copy what Chelsea has and what their tactic is. Now, you may call it defensive, but I feel like this is how we could play it against a Croatia, with their midfield being their main part. And that is playing very similar to how Chelsea plays, and that is the goal for that your 5-back, but then it's really a 3-back to have the wing backs. Shaw can play as a wing back. Reece James played in that position for Chelsea and he did really well there. So I feel like I have Walker as a 3rd centre back, Rice and Henderson in midfield, and then having Mount as a left wing, because that's where he plays in that Chelsea system. He's already used to it with Kane and Grealish, which Grealish could be Foden, but like it's just how you see it really. I think Grealish has a bit more, I want to say experience maybe. You know, he's a bit older, but it could be Foden really. I can't see Rashford starting against a Croatia. You may think this is too defensive, you know, too defensive-minded, and I can get that. However, Chelsea played the same way and won the Champions League. So tell me down below in the comments, how do you start up against Croatia? Croatia, don't think about just Euros against Scotland. Against the first game, what would you start? And here we go. We are only 10 days away from the start of the Euros. I cannot wait, man. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Peace out, boys.